I do believe in manifestation and the law of attraction. I also believe in like the things like, you say, they'll come. Even if you say negative things, like the universe doesn't know what you don't want. It only knows what you say. So everything you say, try to keep it positive and try not to bring any negative like karma / feedback back onto yourself.
What's something you want to manifest right now?
I will have a Grammy before I'm 21. That's something. I will have a Grammy before I turn 21 years old. This is SSGKobe, and you're watching Montreality. I was playing a lot of Minecraft. I was on the YouTube scene, like Call of Duty, trying to be a YouTuber and Twitch streaming, that type of stuff. That's the type of vibe I was on when I was 10. My favorite YouTubers right now, Aiden Ross, I Show Speed, those guys, SSB, shout out all those guys. I like Volcray, Corpse, Jacksepticeye, I like those guys too. Those would probably be my favorite, so shout out them. So there's this video game, this Mickey Mouse video game I used to play, and they had this character on it called Oswald, and he was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And that's my favorite because they discontinued him and not a lot of people know about him. But if you know about Oswald, then he's a GOAT. That's my favorite cartoon character. Oswald, he's a rabbit and he's like lucky. Like he gets out of a lot of things. He has special abilities that Mickey Mouse didn't have, and he's just be saving Mickey really not all that. Oswald the real GOAT. I like Attack on Titan. I like Sword Art Online. Those are my top two. I like Sword Art Online the most though. That's my favorite. The most romantic thing I've ever done, it was raining. I snuck out to see a girl I was seeing. She lived 2 hours away from where I live. So I snuck out 2 hours away, and it was raining that night, I believe. She had on like slippers, and I had on some new shoes that I just bought, and it was like storming. And so whenever we got out the car, we was in the car, and then I got out the front, and I was pouring down, and I got by her car, opened the door, she got on my back, and I walked through the damn water, and she was, on my back laughing, and we was just enjoying like the time. So I'd probably say that's probably the most romantic. I haven't really had that much experience with like girls and relationships like that, like serious relationships, but that's one thing I could probably say that's gonna stick with me. Love is when like you see through a person's flaws and you see through the bad things in a person, and you just want to spend all the time you can with them, and you want to help each other reach a point, reach a goal. I feel like that's important in a relationship too. Like you both should have a goal separately and together. I don't know. I don't know. People say like they've been brokenhearted before. I feel like I've been stuck on a female before, but Is that broken heart? I don't know. Is it? If it is, then yeah. But if it is, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I got my first tattoo. I got my first tattoo, yeah, like a month and a half. It's a Nirvana angel. And shout out Kurt. So yeah, that's my only tattoo. I want to get more, but this is the one I have for now. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of like punk and rock into hip hop. Like all those older bands, you know, people are starting to listen to, especially younger kids who, I mean, if I'm being honest, without certain artists, like they wouldn't know because they didn't grow up in that time. But it's like, thankfully that artists like, you know, Juice and Peep and other artists that did bring that rock and, you know, that rock into hip hop. A lot of people are now introduced into this great music that's older, that's not in our generation, so it's cool. I feel like Juice WRLD meant a lot to, I mean, sometimes there's not even anything to say. Like, he's just Juice WRLD. Like the name itself holds a lot. He's helped so many people with, you know, depression, anxiety, those emotions that, and he wasn't afraid to be himself. He wasn't afraid to say the problems he had instead of talking about, you know, the riches and things like that. I mean, of course he did, but that wasn't like his main thing. He talked about himself. He was himself, and that kind of inspired like so many more people to talk about themselves and not like alter ego. So yeah, he is definitely a legend in my book. I feel everyone's young. Everyone's extremely young. That's probably one difference from this underground scene from previous. Everybody, like, I'm gonna just name a few. Baby Santana, it's a 14-year-old. He just graduated junior high. Like, he's a freshman getting millions of plays. Like, that's crazy. Slump Success, 16, 17. Like, everybody's just young now. I'm 17. Everybody's young. Everybody's thriving, and it's nice to see. But young people are definitely running the wave. And there's a lot of teenagers. I mean, at Rolling Loud, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who are fiending for the underground, to hear the underground sound on Rolling Loud for like his first time, you know, for a lot of people. I don't know if I'm depressed, like I don't know, but I know that I've had multiple times where I've had series of sad thoughts, times where I didn't like want to like do anything, didn't want to eat, didn't want to, you know, I just wanted to I was just there. And yeah, it's not a good feeling, especially during quarantine, which I feel like a lot of people can relate. A lot of people were alone quarantine, and yeah, I feel like that was a devastating state of mind for a lot of people, you know, because a lot of young people have a lot of people they can't talk to about their problems or issues. They just don't feel comfortable, or they just feel like they won't actually be heard. And, you know, a lot of people can relate to that, especially teenagers, especially like people my age. It's like, you can talk to anyone, and people say you can, like, oh, I'm available, you know, you can talk to me, but it's like, you feel deep down like, you know, you're not gonna understand it. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like I want to help those people and I take like extreme pride in like all my fans and stuff, all my supporters. I like how my Discord like server, like they all made friends, like people made friends, and like who knows where that friendship's gonna take them. My message to the youth is to always stick to listen to yourself, be yourself. Peer pressure, don't fall into that. Try not to fall into that. Stay away from drugs, stay away from all that. Like a lot of young people now have great, brilliant minds. Can't have that ruined by other things. And yeah, have fun.
Montreality show.
I've honestly never really felt like an outcast anywhere, because I've always felt like I'm in my own world, and in my own world I can never be the outcast because it's really all me.